Hello and welcome back to another one of my gap year vlogs. So the next part of my gap year that I actually filmed was in Nepal. I did go to Denmark before Nepal for a long time, and I ended up going to Nepal with people from the program I was doing in Denmark, but I will talk more about that in another video. Actually, originally I wasn't going to film in Nepal, at least not for a YouTube video, so I actually was posting a lot of videos on my story on Instagram. So I don't really have that many videos or footage from my first 1 or 2 days in Nepal, but if you want to check out anything, there is a lot of stuff on my Instagram. I also didn't do that much actual talking or explaining when I was filming. I mostly just took videos of interesting things around me, so this will be more of a montage than some of my other gap year vlogs, and I hope you enjoy. Our introduction to Nepal and Kathmandu was intense, to say the least. We were hit by an immense display of culture. There was a Buddhist celebration happening. On our second day, we went to an incredibly stunning monastery in the mountains called Kopan Monastery and had a beautiful hike down where we saw the city of Kathmandu from more of a bird's eye view. And there were just so many new sounds and smells, and it was really exciting and at the same time very overwhelming. I was actually pretty sick the first few days, so I stayed home and also went to the doctor's office, so I filmed a little bit in there, but from then on I really enjoyed the trip. Hello!
Hello!
This is Jakob, and we're on our way to the school where we're doing like some volunteer teaching English. I mean, mostly we just play like games with them and stuff, and it's fun, but they're really sweet, so that's what we're doing. And yeah, bye! Hello. So now we're at our like favorite restaurant ever in all of Kathmandu. We come here basically every day or like every other day, especially because they have like the best momo, but also like a lot of other really good food, and it's vegetarian. And a lot of people before we came to Nepal, they were like, oh, don't eat meat when you get there because it's gonna make your upset stomach worse. So it's nice that everything on the menu is vegetarian and we don't have to worry about any of that. So here we are. When I was in Nepal, I was staying in an apartment that was near an important Buddhist religious site called the Boudhanath, or the Boudha, which is a stupa. And so it was often a meeting point for my friends and when we were meeting with someone else. So oftentimes we would do something called kora while we were waiting for someone, which refers to walking around the stupa. And this is a Tibetan word that can refer to walking around any sacred space, but in this case it was the stupa. And you walk around an odd number of times only, and also only in the clockwise direction. Sorry to have more pictures, but I couldn't leave this day out because it was just so fun. So one day we decided to go shopping for kurtas. I'm sorry for my pronunciation if it's not very good, but I saw these all over the place in Nepal and I thought they were so beautiful and I really wanted to get some. So I ended up getting 3. No idea where I'm gonna wear them, but the woman was so nice. One of my friend's sisters took us to this cute little store and we got to try them on, and they were so beautiful. And she even gave us some free bangles for the month of Sawan, which is a part of the Hindu religion, and so a lot of people wear these green bangles during that month. Sorry, Coco.
Birthday, Jakob. Happy birthday, Jakob.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jakob.
It's 5 for you here. Yeah. You need to pull it more. So many of these stories. From there, my friends and I met up with the family of one of my friends that I made in Denmark that's from Nepal, and his brother was really nice and sang one of my favorite Nepali songs for me. After we left the house with my friend's family, the brother seating, he took us around Kathmandu some, and it started raining, so we went to this really cute cafe where one of his friends worked, and we had a great view of the Boudha, and the coffee was really nice, and there was no one in the cafe, so he ended up singing some karaoke for us. I'm ready. We also spent part of the next day with seating. He took us to a salon either owned by or where one of his friends works, so my friends could get haircuts. I did not get my hair cut. I did not trust that people would be able to handle my hair, but I did get a good view of the road, and you can see how people cross to the middle of the street, wait, and then continue to cross the rest. I'm doing a video. This is Bhaktapur. It's a really beautiful city that's near Kathmandu, and it's known for its beautiful architecture, which includes a palace, and also its curd and its pottery. Later in the day, we went to this really cool place called the Peacock Shop, which is actually a store, but most of the place is a factory. So you can see how this kind of paper called lakta paper, because it's made from something called the lakta plant, is made traditionally. It was really cool seeing how the mostly women made the paper and made all these cool different prints out of them.
Okay, so that's from this one. They're making out of this. They also use leaves, flowers.
Bhaktapur is also known for its wood carvings, and this printing shop actually had a lot of wood carvings in the architecture of the building. It was a pretty old looking building, and they also had some cool statues in the basement, which was very interesting. Next, we went to this area that was full of a lot of pottery, and there I actually met the first and only other black person I saw this entire trip. She was this really cool girl from New Zealand. I think she was doing some kind of apprenticeship, and she was really sweet. And I think she was also mixed like me, and it was just nice to run into someone else that could relate to what I was going through. Of course, the first thing we had to talk about was hair products and how we couldn't find any in Nepal for our hair type. This day, the 13th, was actually our last day in Nepal, which was really sad, and we had to say goodbye to the kids that we had been teaching at this school. I didn't talk that much about it in this video, but we were teaching these kids at a local school English, or at least kind of doing some fun English activities with them, and it was really nice because they had a teacher's day and they gave us kada, which are like these scarves, and that was so kind of them, and the kids were all just really sweet. I normally admittedly do not like children at all, but they are actually so nice and the most respectful kids I've ever met, so I have nothing but good things to say about them.
You want the texture?
Try it, Pilu.
It's like jelly.
It reminds me of fruit.
You like it?
Do you want to try drinks more?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Video of the video. After we had lunch with these two lovely ladies, I did something a little bit crazy. Here's Kathmandu.
Go party!
That's perfect.
That is actually okay to say, oh my god, now.
Yeah. Oh, that looks nice. Videos of everything. This was the end of my journey in Nepal, or at least my first journey. Hopefully I'll return in the future. And I just want to say thank you to all of my friends and the people that were there with me, of course my parents, for making the journey possible in the first place. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you stick around to see the rest of my gap year, which includes my pretty interesting journey home and a trip to Italy, and also my preparation to move abroad by myself.